So, a very controversial pastor, Jamal Bryant, has decided to speak some controversial words in saying that he wants his church to start growing weed in efforts to bring men into the church.
Because I'm mindful that I'm not after Christians. I'm after people who don't go to church. And a lot of churches are just recycling people from other churches. That's not who I'm after. I'm looking for people that smell like weed.
As you should be looking for people who smell like weed, but I don't think you should be looking to sell it with them. I'm just saying, yes, we're looking for people. We're not trying to convince Christians to be a Christian. We're trying to convince people in the street to come to God. But trying to sell weed, I don't think is the way.
New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh, my God.
First of all, let me just bring up how this black woman is just eating this up like candy in the carnival. Like, she can't even think for herself. Oh, my God. Oh, the wonder in what you're saying. Listen, he's telling you he want to sell weed, and you just buying it up like it's the most genius thing you've ever heard in your life for the black community? Come on, man.
Helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead, said, they growing weed at the church, where do I join?
Yes.
I don't need no pamphlet for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
He coming in.
He coming in.
And that's the group that I'm going after. Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
You're different. But you've been different from the beginning. I think that's why God.
But Christianity, Rashawn, is supposed to be different.
Not this different. It ain't supposed to be the different that you try to make. Like, listen, your different is you've been running and plucking chicks all throughout your congregation. Let me get that one. Let me get that one. Yeah. Let me get her too. Yeah. I just want to do something different. Yeah, I just want to do something different. I just want to have 3-4 baby mamas like no pastor ever did. This is not the different that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And nor is this idea that you're talking about. And she is eating this up as a Christian black woman. She is stupidized by I don't know if it's the big ears or what it is, but you're talking to her and she ready to be impregnated right now. Right now. She ready to be impregnated. Come on, man. Y'all have to see the difference between a good leader and a bad leader. And let me just say, he's trying to think outside of the box. I'll give him kudos for that. But trying don't mean you succeed. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that think outside. But I'm gonna just ask you, what's next, Pastor? Is it selling that box? Is that next? Because that's legal in Vegas. So if you got a church in Vegas, is you gonna set up and be like, you know what? Everybody who should want to come and participate in buying that box should be welcome to come to this church. Matter of fact, we're going to set up a church where you can come and buy box at. Would that be the thing? And buying box been available since the beginning of the time. It's been going on forever. But I don't think it should be the place of the church who's trying to get people to marry before they have sex, to not have frivolous sex out in the street, to sanctify buying box in the street. Right? So why would it be okay for you to say, hey, it's legal in this state, or if it became legal everywhere? Hey, come here, buy box. If you don't buy it, you might as well buy it with the church. It's ridiculous to me. As well as this concept of buying weed in the church is to me as well. I get where you're trying to go with it. You're trying to come in at an angle that would get black men back in the church. But I'm going to tell you one thing that you should do to get black men back in the church. Stop preaching to black women. Stop preaching this nonsense to black women, hyping them up. Oh, we'll praise you when you have 3-4 kids out of wedlock. But then when the guy says, why would I want to marry that? Oh, he's the devil. Why would we? First of all, stop preaching that stupid message to all the women that's in the church. You know what I'm saying? And black men will come back. Let's get something understood. You're patronizing black women in the church, preaching a message that does not align with men or with God to keep them in there spending money. And when you do this, you're doing a disservice to God, to the women, to the men, to everybody that's in the church, to the families. Everybody's in there. You're doing a disservice to them. So we can start there if you want to get black men back in the church. Stop preaching these false messages to the women. For one, tell the truth. And then for two, don't come selling this drug dealer dream to us. This is not where, listen, I understand it's legal now, but just because it's legal doesn't mean, listen, it's a lot of Muslims and Chaldeans that take part in, they got liquor stores all over the place, gas stations all over the place. They get money. But getting money doesn't mean that it's right. Listen, selling liquor to a bunch of people in which Muslim culture tells you to not be drunk and to not consume liquor and this, that, and that. What's right about it? What's right that you would promote liquor to all these people? To your people, to their people, to this people, to that people, especially the black people, because that's where all your Arab liquor stores are located, is in black neighborhoods. I know, at least in Detroit they are. So you're claiming to be Muslim and follow Allah to me, but at the same time, you're selling me a fifth of Henny? I don't get it. How are you promoting the very thing to me that your God and my God say that we shouldn't be delving deep into? Whether we disagree on our religious backgrounds or not, both our gods say, hey, you know what? This probably shouldn't be the thing that you make your life about. I'm not saying it says that you shouldn't imbibe it all. Some words of religion say that. You know which ones say it, and which ones don't. But I'm just saying, if it does say don't imbibe at all, don't do this at all, why do you feel it to be okay for you not to do it, but you to sell it to me? Right? You ain't told me that your word says don't do this at all. I'm just gonna sell it to you because it's profitable. And that's my problem with this whole thing. And that's my problem with what Jamal Bryant is trying to do right here. Just because you feel like it's something that you should delve into because it's now legal. Listen, I don't care how you imbibe a weed. If you smoke it, it's not doing your lungs any favors at all. If you're going to get healing from it in some form or fashion, I would suggest that you do it by ingesting it or something like that. But even then, you're going to tell me that the government has dove deeply into the weed and marijuana business to then be helpful to the people? Look at all the pharmacies across the world and the type of medicines that they get. They're not giving you medicines to heal you. They're giving you medicines to get you from one day to the next. So what would make you think we would be any different? Go check out my brother Reza Islam. It's no reason that we should be thinking that marijuana is going to be some type of healing savior to us. But we're just glad that they made it legal. Listen, I voted to make it legal. And I voted that way because I know it's a rite of passage among black men, among white men, among all young men across the world, young men and young women. It's something you're going to do. And I just thought that it shouldn't be a record that would hang over you from the time that you was 16, 17 to 30 because you smoked some weed. But at the same token, I don't agree in promoting to our young brothers and sisters something that's going to make their mind more docile than ever. Weed has not done us any favors as far as giving us the get up and go that we need to go and do something to get to the next level. And when we gotta admit that. And the drink ain't done us no favors. That's my drink of choice at this point. And it's not done me no favors. So if the drink ain't done me no favors, I'm not going to promote it to you. That's why you don't see me on here cheers and toasting and everything. I'm not going to promote that to you the same well as I ain't going to promote weed to you. So if I wouldn't promote it to you, that don't mean I want to sell it to you neither. I always thought to myself, if I was to come into money what would I do? And one of the main things I thought to myself, well, I think I would stay away from liquor stores and weed stores. It just ain't my thing. I don't think I should be perpetuating something that ain't doing us as black folk and as people any favors. But you tell me if I'm wrong or right. But I definitely don't want to pull up in my church and go get a bag as I'm going to worship God. It just ain't. It just don't make no sense to me, man. And it shouldn't make no sense to him. But you got a bunch of women that's following him into this goofiness, praising him and hyping him up for it. But you tell me what you think, what you don't think. This boy P Camp, get at your boy.